The simulation argument. Are we living in a simulation? The simulation argument has gained attention more than ever in the past 2 decades, primarily because of the Matrix trilogy, and also because one of the greatest visionaries of our time, Elon Musk, believes that it is more likely that we are living in a simulation than a base reality. He even said, there is 1 in a billion chance that we are living in a base reality. But the simulation argument is not just a modern idea. In fact, it is one of the oldest ideas that ever existed. Some of the Hindu religious texts emphasize the word Maya, which literally means illusion. They also believe that the world is Leela, a play of God. They do not refer directly to the word simulation the way it is used today, but the fundamental meaning behind the concept is very similar. The simulation argument as we know today was developed by an Oxford University philosopher, Nick Bostrom. Philosopher Nick Bostrom argues that there are 3 possible futures that we are going to encounter, and they are as follows. First possibility. All the sufficiently advanced civilizations will end before they reach their technological maturity, meaning they might destroy themselves by trying to reach technological maturity. Second possibility. Civilizations will reach technological maturity but lose interest in developing ancestor simulation. That could happen if they decide not to simulate a conscious reality because they encounter yet undiscovered ethical problems in doing so. Third possibility. Civilizations will reach their technological maturity and decide to simulate reality. If the first argument is true, then we fail anyway, and therefore there is no point in talking about simulation. The second argument is probable, but highly unlikely, given what we think and feel about our video games today. But this could change if we could simulate conscious minds. The third argument is the one that I was trying to get to, because this is the most probable argument of all if we eliminate the first one because of the very nature of the first argument. Let's say that we reach technological maturity and decide to simulate conscious reality like our own. At this point, we only need to have the knowledge about what consciousness is and figure out the way to engineer conscious mind within our computer. I think this is not an unachievable goal looking at our own technological advancement. I think the third option is rational and only ethical thing to do under certain circumstances, such as if in the future we exhaust our resources and we know for a fact that the lives will go extinct, or let's say that our planet is on the verge of destruction due to an asteroid impact or some other natural disasters. Our viable option then would be to back our consciousness on a hard drive and let it orbit the sun or a star that would supply an unlimited amount of energy for the simulation to run. The simulation could be one option that could save everything we have achieved so far, therefore an ethical and rational choice after all. Therefore, the simulation argument cannot be dismissed without making a better argument against it. It is not just philosophers and visionaries discussing the possibility of simulated reality. There are some prominent physicists who claim that they have found fundamental ingredients of the reality to be some sort of computer code. Dr. Sylvester James Gates, former professor of University of Maryland, claims that he discovered a special kind of computer code out of supersymmetry while working on his theory. Let's say that we accept that it is probable that we might be living in a simulation. Will it change anything? Yes, it might change our perspective on how we view reality, but we'll continue to experience what we experience, and one needs not to worry about anything even if it was the absolute truth, because you cannot do absolutely anything about it. Another argument for simulation could be made by looking at the nature of reality. Nature is probabilistic at the fundamental level, and the probabilistic nature of quantum mechanics gives rise to orderly nature. There are fundamental constants such as mass of electron, gravitational constant, etc. If they were slightly off, the universe as we know would not exist. Nature scribbles the fundamental particles and create higher ingredients to give rise to our orderly universe. Nature acts as if there is a grand algorithm designed to give consistent outcomes under the same conditions. The fundamental constants and the laws of nature play in such a way that they were initial conditions assigned to the structural framework of the algorithm. In a simulated reality, life would go just the way it goes in the best reality. The very laws of nature will create biological beings that suffer. The thinking being, humans, would evolve just the way we evolved, and one day start thinking that they might be living in a simulated reality, just like we are considering the possibility today. There would be a simulated version of me typing this essay, considering the possibility within a possibility. The chain would go on and there could be billions of simulated realities. This is possible even if we can create one simulated reality. This is an open-ended question with no way to find the absolute answer. All we can do is draw probable conclusions using analogies and comparisons. Therefore, the reality that we exist in is probably a simulated reality.